All right, so in the previous chapter, they're just hanging at the resort for a bit until they figure out what to do. But like we just talked about, fasten your seatbelts lets us know they're going to what? Go somewhere. And then the illustration at the top lets us know they're probably going to get there by plane. Okay? All right, all eyes on page 105. After listening to our amazing adventures, the manager of Ratlin's Resort got us 4 first-class seats on the first flight back to New Mouse City. Now, New Mouse City is a pun. It's a play on words for a city that we know, which is New York City. Well, actually 3 seats since Thea had decided to stay for a few more days. He is such a dear, Thea had shrieked about her new big-eared friend. I've never met such a charming mouse. He adores me, and he's so romantic. Geronimo, why don't you stay for a little longer, too? I want to go home. I just want to go home, I kept telling her. The time to leave finally came. Now boarding, blasted the loudspeaker at the airport. We climbed onto the plane. All rodents, please fasten your seatbelts, the pilot requested.
Rodents?
Yep.
They have 2 teeth.
They're rodents, right? What are these characters?
Mice.
Well, they're all mice.
They're rodents.
A pretty flight attendant with dark brown fur walked down the aisle. There's the word aisle. Remember, a row or a passage between seats or something else, remember? Passing out slices of tasty Swiss cheese. You have fun on your vacation? Asked the mouse seated next to me. Fun wouldn't exactly be my first word to describe it, I thought. How about disaster? Nightmare? But I nodded anyway. Fun, I grumbled. Loads of fun. Is that really how he felt? No. He's being what? Sarcastic. Chad was back to his usual self. I heard him flirting with the flight attendant. He told her he was an expert sailor, but we know different. Was he? No. Then he began telling her about our adventure. I missed most of the details. I was too busy looking at the view outside my window. This was the first time I had seen the island from above. It was quite a sight. Right in the middle of the island was a lake as green as an emerald. And of course the lake was exactly where the treasure was supposed to be on Thea's map. Now that was odd. From up in the sky, the lake looked just like an emerald green eye. Eye? Emerald? What did he say? Holy cheese! I squeaked excitedly. Benjamin, who had fallen sound asleep, woke up with a squeak. Look, I shouted, pulling Trap's tail. I jumped out of my seat and pointed out the window. It's the emerald eye, I shrieked. A frail, white-haired rat waved her book at me. Shh, she said, glaring. Other passengers threw me dirty looks, too. Oh, well, guess I wouldn't be winning the most popular passenger award. So that is the treasure shown on the map, I cried, ignoring my newfound enemies. My cousin just snorted. Jerry boy, to me, a treasure is something you can spend. All you can do with that treasure is wash your socks in it. What does that mean? Because it's just what? Water. I sighed, sinking back into my seat. The shimmering green lake in the middle of the island moved farther and farther away. Benjamin laid his tiny head on my shoulder. I think the emerald eye is a wonderful treasure, Uncle, he said. It's the most beautiful treasure I've ever seen. All right, so the emerald eye was actually what?
An actual eye.
Well, it was a lake in the middle of the island surrounded by water that looked from the air like an emerald eye. Emerald the color what? Green. All right, discuss with your group.